We move next to Europe, and Russia has slammed France for signing a deal to provide up to 100 Rafale fighter jets to Ukraine, saying it's fueling the war. This comes after France and Ukraine signed a letter of intent to bolster the defense capabilities of Ukraine. Air defense systems, munitions, drones, 100 made French Rafale warplanes are part of a 10-year deal signed between the two countries. Kremlin spokesman Dmitry Peskov has called the supply of the fighter jets to Ukraine regrettable and have said that it does not contribute to peace. Meanwhile, there has been a surge of Russian drone and missile attacks on Ukraine in the recent weeks, and Moscow has reported multiple ground advances in the southern Zaporozhye region. Joining us now is Professor Vasilin Popovsky. He's a professor and vice dean at Jindal Global Law School, and he joins us live from New Delhi. Thank you very much, Professor Popovsky, for sitting with us on this topic. This deal that was signed yesterday, how much of a difference is it going to make to Ukraine on the battlefield in the short term and the long term?
Well, not much on the short term. It's a long-term deal. It's basically for the next 10 years, 100 Rafale jets will be produced and supplied with all the equipment, with all the training of the pilots. And for that matter, the Russian statement is absolutely inadequate. It's not going to be soon. Probably the first jets will be ready only by the end of next year, and the end of the contract is 2035. So it's a long-term plan to improve and to strengthen, especially the defense system. These jets are important because they can intercept in the air a lot of missiles, and that's the purpose here. But in addition to that, in addition to the Rafale 100 jets, there is a second contract, and that is more important, to supply Ukraine with defense system, air defense system. And obviously this again doesn't escalate anything. Ukrainians simply would like to protect their lives, and that was exactly what President Zelensky said. We need more air defense system because what we see over the last weeks is that about 70% or 75% of the drones and the missiles, Iskander and Shahid, are intercepted, but the other 20-25% are not. And those missiles and drones hit mostly civilian targets in big cities, including also infrastructure, including energy supply systems. And because it's already, winter is approaching in Ukraine, and that reflects negatively on the population.
Yes, and Professor Popovsky, what do you make of the Kremlin statement when they say that this doesn't contribute to peace, while of course also missing out on those talks in Ankara on Wednesday?
Well, I will ask Russians, what do they contribute to the peace? Zero. In fact, this is the aggressor talking. They should, it's very easy for Vladimir Putin to achieve peace. He just needs a phone call to the generals and to tell them to stop firing. That's simple, 1 minute. Peace will come immediately if Vladimir Putin makes a single phone call to the military commanders and say, stop the fire, simple. Why they're asking France or European Union or Americans or Ukrainians or anybody else what they do for peace? They do for peace what they do for peace. They fight for survival. Ukraine is under danger of survival. That's why Ukraine is defending every single citizen of this country by using air defense, by using any possible equipment they can get from the European Union, from other allies. So this is a nonsense what Kremlin is talking about.
Yes, Professor Popovsky, do stay with us as we have further news updates coming out of Europe, coming for our viewers next. And the Polish Prime Minister, Donald Tusk, has said that an explosion has damaged a Polish